Okay, here we are with part 2 of the 1A notes under the Unit 1. I'm going to go through number 1 here together and just kind of explain how these types of questions work. Then I want you to stop the video, work on numbers 2, 3, and 4, and then I'll come back and bring those answers. So here we go. We're going to use a diagram, and that's a big thing in geometry, being able to look at a diagram or a picture and getting to answer questions based on that. Many of these answers will have more than one possible. It's not like algebra where it's like x equals 4, and that's the only thing it can be. In geometry, many times there are multiple answers that it could be. You don't have to list all of the answers, but there are a lot of answers that may not be written down here, but that still might be correct. So, number 1, A, name 4 collinear points. So you've got to find the key words here. Collinear means the same line. If I look over on my picture, there's only one line that has 4 points, and that's this one. Point H, N, K, and I. H, N, K, and I. Notice I'm using capital letters. And those would be 4 collinear points. You'll notice I don't put anything, actually I should probably just put commas between them because they are just capital letters naming points. B, a line that contains point M. Contains means like it's on it. So when I look at point M here, that shows me that it's on this line right here, so I have to name that line. If you remember, there's lots of ways to name a line, so I'm going to give you a couple. So one would be just using this little script letter. So this could be line P. That'd be one way. Now, on that line, there's also 2 other points. When I name a line, I only use 2 points. I know there's 3 of them on there, but only choose 2. So I could say line MN. With a little arrow on top, you can see that's going to go through M and keep on going, and through N and keep on going. I could also name this as NO. NO goes through these 2 points, keeps on going that direction, keeps on going that direction, and that is the same line that we were talking about before. If you remember when we did our vocab notes, NO and ON are going to be the same line, and just another way of naming it. Those are some examples. There are some more possibilities. C, a line that contains point H and K. So let's find H, and here's K. So that line that connects those 2 is this one here. Again, you can name it several different ways. Probably the cursive letter or script letter on the end is probably the easiest. Okay, but then I can take out of these 4 points, I can take any 2, and let's say I'm just going to take KI. So KI with a little line over the top. That's one possible way I could name that. I could also use N and K. I could use N and I. So you can see there's lots of different possibilities. D, what's another name for line Q? Well, on line Q there are 3 points. I'm going to name a line, I use any 2. So I could say JK. I could say JL. And I could also say KL. And I can do the reverse of those. So KJ is the same answer, LJ is the same answer, LK is the same answer. E, the intersection of lines P and R. So here's R and here's P. Where those 2 come together is right here. The intersection of 2 lines is a point. So I'm just going to put capital N as the point of intersection. One little hint that I think you will find, if you notice, every time I was explaining something, I was over on the picture, I was tracing it with my pen. You might trace things with your pencil. Some people will use their finger to trace it. But it really helps to help you connect those terms and what the picture is showing if you do some of that stuff. Okay? So I'm going to have you stop the video now, and I want you to go on to do 2, 3, and 4, and then I'll come back and show you those answers. right, so here are the answers for number 2. Well, let me put number 3 in there also. So if you need to, go ahead and pause the video. You can check your answers compared to these for problem number 2 and 3. You might have some different answers, but that's okay because there are different possibilities. If you're not sure, please ask me, and I'd be glad to help you get those things straightened out. So take a minute and maybe pause the video and write these answers down or correct on what you did. And please reach out if you're not understanding any of those. Here are the answers for number 4. You can see it's made up of 2 planes. This is a plane, this is a plane, this is a line that's kind of on that flat surface, and this is a line that kind of goes through both of them like an arrow. Okay, but there are the answers for number 4. Okay, you can go on and do the practice for 1A. If you have any questions, let me know.